Hey everyone. We've all heard of the Great Commission, right? But what if I told you it's not just one commission? What if the Gospels of Luke, Mark, and Matthew are actually giving us three different commissions? Today we're going to dig into these commands and see if they're really all the same, or if they reveal a much bigger prophetic plan. All right, let's get into it.
So here's the big question. When we hear the Great Commission, we usually lump everything together into one single command for the church today. But what if we've been blending them by mistake? You see, the words used in Luke, Mark, and Matthew are slightly different, and those small nuances, well, they're everything. They might just be the key to unlocking a deeper understanding of God's timeline, pointing to three very distinct periods and three totally separate groups of believers.
Okay, let's start with Luke's version. And right out of the gate, we find something kind of strange. We think commission means go, but Luke's first instruction is actually to stay put. Yeah, it's a command to wait, to tarry and endure.
The specific command here is to tarry, which literally means to wait, to linger around. It's a direct order to hold your ground until a very specific thing happens, the arrival of power from on high. And of course, we know this as the coming of the Holy Spirit at Pentecost. So this isn't a commission to go out and do something, it's a commission to get ready.
So, why the wait? What's that all about? Historically, it's pretty clear. The disciples waited in Jerusalem and Pentecost happened. But prophetically, this waiting game points to something much bigger. It sets a pattern for a future group of believers who also have to wait, proving their faithfulness through an incredibly difficult time, the Tribulation, before they're empowered for their own unique mission.
And that theme of faithful endurance through suffering, well, that leads us straight to a specific group talked about in the book of Revelation, the Church of Smyrna. They're described as a church that goes through immense tribulation, but they come out victorious. They are promised the crown of life. Their defining feature isn't doing big signs and wonders, but incredible, patient endurance during the sealed judgments.
So you can see how their task unfolds in three clear steps. First, they wait to be empowered. Second, they work and witness during the chaos of the sealed judgments. And third, their ultimate test is to be faithful, even if it costs them their lives, for which they're promised that crown of life. Their whole mission really is to endure.
All right, so if Luke's command was all about waiting, Mark's is the exact opposite. It's an immediate, urgent command to get out there and witness, and it's for a completely different time and a different group.
Just look at the language here. Go ye into all the world. It's immediate. There's no instruction to wait around. And then check out the promise that comes with it. Supernatural signs like casting out devils, speaking in new tongues, and being divinely protected. This is a radically different mission from the quiet endurance we just saw in Luke.
The contrast really couldn't be clearer, right? We're looking at a different command for a totally different group of people. The active, sign-filled nature of this mission points to a very specific set of people who have a very distinct role to play on God's prophetic timeline.
And who is that group? Well, the book of Revelation gives us a number, the 144,000. These are sealed witnesses from the 12 tribes of Israel who were divinely protected to carry out a specific high-impact mission right in the middle of the tribulation.
And let's look at the timing of this. They are sealed for protection right after the Smyrna church's time of endurance during the seals. Their ministry kicks into high gear during the next phase, the trumpet judgments. They're called the first fruits, and their powerful, sign-filled work is what directly leads to that great multitude of new believers that we see in heaven in Revelation chapter 7.
Okay, now for the third and final piece of this puzzle, Matthew's commission. And this one shifts the focus again. We've gone from waiting to witnessing and now to something else entirely, teaching and discipling on a massive global scale.
The key words here are teach all nations and teaching them to observe all things. Do you see the shift? This isn't just waiting like in Luke or witnessing with signs like in Mark. This is comprehensive, long-term instruction for entire nations. The scope is total, covering all of Christ's commands.
Think about it. A command this huge, to teach all nations all things, is frankly impossible in the world as we know it. This can only be completely fulfilled in a future time, the millennial kingdom. This is that 1,000-year reign of Christ on earth, an age when he's ruling directly, and the nations of the world will finally be taught his ways.
So, we've got three very different commissions. Now, let's put them all together and see how they form one single, harmonized prophetic plan. This is where it all really clicks into place. This table just lays it all out perfectly. You can see the incredible alignment. Luke's command to wait and endure, that's the Church of Smyrna during the seal judgments. Mark's urgent command to go and witness, that's the divinely protected 144,000 during the trumpet judgments. And Matthew's massive command to teach all nations, that finds its ultimate fulfillment in the Millennium. See? Nothing is random. Each commission has its people, its purpose, and its time.
And here it is laid out on a prophetic timeline. The whole plan just unfolds in a perfect sequence, one phase leading right into the next. It kicks off with the patient endurance of the Smyrna church during the seals. That's followed by the powerful, supernatural witnessing of the 144,000 during the trumpets. And it all leads to the worldwide discipleship of nations during Christ's millennial reign.
So let's just boil it all down. Luke's commission is about waiting and endurance. Mark's is about an active mission, right in the thick of the tribulation. And Matthew's is about the peaceful discipleship of all nations in a future kingdom. 3 completely distinct jobs for 3 distinct phases of God's plan.
So, is it one single Great Commission? Not really. It's 3 unique commissions for 3 separate groups across 3 distinct periods of time. And when you see them this way, they don't contradict each other at all. Instead, they fit together like perfect puzzle pieces, revealing one beautiful, complete, unfolding prophetic plan. It really makes you wonder, what other patterns are hiding in plain sight, just waiting for us to see?